Welcome back, degenerates. And first hand, we look down at pocket kings on the button. It's a straddle pot. There's one limp. We make it 15. Small blind, big blind fold. The straddler makes the call, and the limper makes the call as well. So we're three ways to a flop. Let's hit something. Queen 8-10. So we got an overpair. We like it. The straddler decides to go all in for about 40. And then that guy rips his whole stack in. I think he has me covered, but I'm not sure what to do here. Put me in a rough spot. I was definitely going to call the guy in seat one. So now I'm just trying to think of what the other guy is jamming on the flop with. I asked him if he had the straight. He seemed pretty comfortable. I don't know. I just felt like he did have it. What else would he really be jamming? Queen, Jack. He's not doing that. It's just these guys are only putting all their money in on the flop when they got it. So we end up making the correct fold. Just give it to him. We only put 15 in this pot anyway. Turn is a deuce. River's a king. Seat 1 shows a offsuit queen of some sort. And seat 3 has Jack 9 for the straight. Pretty obvious. And we made a good fold, so we happy about it, you know? Alright, in this hand, we got pocket fives on the button. There's a straddle, couple limps. We make the call. Straddle checks his option. 4, 6, 8. I like this. I don't know, what would you guys do? I like the bet in this spot, so when it checks to me on the button, I lead out for $12. We get a call from the small blind, a call from the big blind, call from the straddle, and we bank a 7 on the turn. We're about 4 or 5 ways here, and when action checks to us, we go ahead and take a little bet, $35, about half pot. Just trying to get called by 2 pair here. Not putting anyone on a 5 necessarily because I got 2 of them. I got the 5s blocked, bro. Whatever. So yeah, the only guy that calls is the small blind dude on my left. So it's heads up, me and him to a river. And it's a 5. So with $133 in the pot, he checks, I check. The board runs out of straight. So he had king 5 anyway, offsuit. So just can't seem to win one here, but we'll take the chop. That's cool. Pocket fives again, this time from the big blind. The guy on our left straddles. There's a few callers to us. We complete for the extra $2. So we're going about 4 or 5 ways to a flop here. And it comes down queen 9-10. We check, and it actually checks around. So we get to see a free turn card, and we bank a set. I'm digging it. I feel like this is the one we're going to win, so let's take it. We bet $15, trying to get maybe a 10 jack, 9 jack, queen jack to make the call. Although I think queen jack would have bet on the flop, but we get called in 2 spots. And this guy counts out calling chips but decides on a fold. So we will be going 3 ways to a river, which is a 10 of hearts. Completes the flush. If someone had a 10, they just made trips. So I like to go for the max right here. I go ahead and make a pot size bet. $65 to go. Just trying to get a 10 to call, hopefully. Maybe someone backed up into a flush. But unfortunately for me, they both fold. And we just take down the $60 pot. You know, this session, we were picking up a couple hands, trying to mix it up, get involved in some action, but nothing was going our way. no matter what we did. So a couple hours later, this is one of our last hands. We look down at Queen 10 suited. There's a limp, then a raise to $12. We call the raise from the cutoff. The button calls the raise. And the small blind now 3 bets to $50. Okay. Pretty tilted at this point. So when stuff like that is going on, I tend to do stupid things. So the initial raiser makes the call. I got $12 in. Some would say I'm pot committed. Some would say not at all. I don't know. I'm in between. So we're going 3 ways to a flop with the losing hand, obviously. Queen, king, 8, all hearts. Small blind ends up going all in. He gets the old fist bump. The Irish guy calls. We have to call because we already donked off enough. Let's try to get lucky here. And you know it's he turns over the ace of hearts and the ace of clubs. So we're basically dead.
Too ashamed. No. Oh, come on, come on, come on.
As you heard, pretty embarrassed to show my hand here, obviously. But we could run. We could run through something. So let's go. We're off to see a turn here. It's a 2 of hearts, so we're dead. Homie with the aces takes the whole pot. Guy to my right had ace queen, so we were running slim regardless.
All right, as you can see, horrible session. We lost money, made some good laydowns with those kings. Was picking up some hands, just couldn't really connect. And then whenever we did connect, no one had anything. So that's just how it is sometimes. Just got to roll with the punches and keep it pushing. I was in the game for 900, out for 450, so ended up losing 450. Never bought back in that many times. A little voice in my head, though, kept telling me to. See, I got this best friend. His name is Nick Buyback Taylor. And his voice was just in my head. Come back, come back. This kid's a roach, bro. He sucks. So I should have knew not to listen to that voice, you know? And when it wasn't my night, just get up and leave. But we've all been there, done that. The Queen 10 hand, can you tell that I was tilting over there, bro? I said, dude, $120, bro. We're going all in with it, bro. You know, like I already called $12, bro. I'm committed to 120. So anyway, dude, donked off a little money there. Not worried about it. We're gonna go back in there and get it back tonight.
All right, we have ace jack on the button. There's 2 limps to a middle position player who raises to $6. A guy on my right makes the call, and I go ahead and re-raise to $21, just trying to get this pot heads up or 3 ways. You know, I call the $6, and then every other limper in the world's gonna call. So that's what we do, and that's what happens. The original raiser calls, and the guy to my right calls as well. So we are 3 ways to a flop, and we're in position. We got an alright ace. And when the flop comes ace, king, 10, this older gentleman's the one that made it $6. And they both check to me, so I go for a little $15 bet. And the older guy calls. And this specific guy just seemed like one of those super tight old dudes. He checks again. I check. Because, you know, I don't know, man. This guy, I don't know, super old dude, just real conservative. But when he checks river, I know I'm good. So I go ahead and try to get a little more value. But he folds. So what do you think? I think the turn check was bad, but it is what it is. In this hand, we look down at pocket sevens. There's 2 limps to us. So we go ahead and raise $14. Let's punish some limpers. We got an alright hand. We'll do it. And this was the next day after that losing session. So we were just trying to make things happen and trying to getting some big pots. But this guy raises to 45 bucks. and it's just an obvious fold. So that is what it is. In this next hand, we have ace queen of hearts on the big blind. Now, just about everyone at this table limps in here. And the guy on my right, small blind, limps in for an extra 1. Now this guy just limped in and then re-shoved all in with king 8. So I raise 15 on top, get 1 caller in C3, and then this man.
Send me home. Send me home. Oh, no. Send me to another party.
He goes all in. He goes all in, and we already know he's got some dog. He's got some garbage. This man is not sitting with anything. Guy in the white shirt down there, kind of frustrated. He only called the 15, so I don't know why, but yeah, he ends up just folding.
Do you?
Oh, no.
Homie shows 5-6 of diamonds.
6 versus ace queen.
Queen 10 I had.
Oh, nice.
And that's a wrap. That always sucks. You know a guy's crazy. You want to get it in with him. You end up getting him in a perfect spot, and you end up getting sucked out on. That is what it is, bro. Just like I just said, man. Got to roll with the punches and keep it pushing. So we end up getting stacked.
Tried to go back and win it back, failed miserably, ended up losing $300 this session. It was only about 45 minutes, and after that ace queen hand, I just called it a wrap. That's it for me, left, and as you can see on the screen next to me, I almost touched 8K in the bankroll, bro, and hit that 450 and $300 drop. So it's taking us down a little bit, but we're gonna get to 10K, then 20, then 30, then 40, then plus. Let's go, let's run it up. Anyway, man, thanks for watching. Tune in next week.